Hey there, YouTubers. This is Kerry.
Hi, Kerry.
This is my first video, and I've expressed a lot of opinions on YouTube about other people's videos, and I think it's high time for me to begin making some of my own.
Yeah, like nearly every one of my videos in the last few months. That's fine though, Kerry. I enjoy our little discussions.
The thing I'm interested in talking about this time is the idea of evidence.
Well, this sounds like fun. It sounds like you finally have some evidence to tell me about. I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Evidence is a word that is bandied about quite a bit by atheists.
Right, well, that doesn't seem like an unusual request to me, and since I don't think you're crazy, you require evidence too for anything other than religion, right?
The implication is that the only things worth believing in the universe are those things for which there is evidence.
Yes, well, I found that just wishing things or making things up doesn't work very well. I found evidence to be a lot more useful. As soon as I learned that I can wish things into existence, though, you better believe I'm doing that.
And those things for which there is not sufficient evidence.
Well, heck, after arguing with hundreds of religious people on YouTube for over a year now, I'm not even worried about sufficient evidence anymore. I'd settle for any evidence at this point.
In fact, some aggressive atheists have gone so far as to claim that people who believe in things that for which there is not sufficient evidence are delusional.
Hey, who you calling an aggressive atheist? Why, I oughta...
It's a tool, like a hammer. And a hammer is very good for some things. A hammer is very good if you want to drive a nail.
Wait, a hammer is very good for some things.
However, a hammer sucks if you want to drive a screw. The point that I'm making is that it's ridiculous for someone to rely solely on evidence as the sole arbiter of what is true and what is not true.
So we should just rely on what we want to believe? In what world does that ever work out?
Any more than it makes sense to have only a hammer in your toolbox. There are all kinds of problems, questions of truth, that are much more like screws than are like nails. And evidence alone is about as good at treating these questions of truth as a hammer is in driving a nail.
Here I thought he was actually going to present some evidence, and instead he tries to convince me that I don't really need any evidence. These aren't the droids you're looking for. All those analogies for nothing. I have to admit though, all that talk about hammering and nailing and screwing is very refreshing coming from a Christian. Sounds like your wife is a lucky woman, Kerry. I look forward to our next chat.